A study from Brunel University, London, has found that physically weaker men are more likely than physically strong men to be attracted to socialism. This is a real study which actually confirms the findings of a previous study from Denmark. The Brunel academics studied 171 men aged 18 to 40 and found those who favored socialism tended to be what, in scientific terminology, are usually referred to as weaklings, or wimps, or milquetoasts, or panty waists, or pansies, or sissies, or wusses, or doormats, or wimps. Maybe I said wimps already. Conversely, men who supported capitalism tended to be physically stronger and to kick sand in the faces of men who supported socialism and then drive away in their far larger cars with their much prettier and more sexually satisfied wives. Once the stronger capitalist men were out of sight, the socialist men tended to stick their tongues out at them and then go home sniffling with grimy, tear-stained faces and hide in the attic, pulling the wings off flies. It's possible I made some of that up. Probably the part about the flies. Anyway, the scientists found, and this is true, that men who were more physically formidable were less likely to support the redistribution of wealth, whether or not they were themselves wealthy. This may be because weaker men, sometimes referred to as mama's boys or girly men or cream puffs, realize that the only way they can get their hands on the wealth of stronger men is by ganging up on them and plundering their honestly earned resources and then sharing them out among themselves while telling themselves what good and generous people they are for stealing other men's money. Stronger men, on the other hand, seem to believe that any puling panty-waist mama's boy willing to expand the tyrannical powers of a constitutionally limited government in order to steal wealth that doesn't belong to him and which he would never have the strength or courage to steal or create on his own probably deserves to have his underwear seized from the back and pulled so high up his nether bifurcation that he finds himself chewing on the smelly part. Then he should be hung by his shirt collar on the hook inside the locker of the prettiest girl in school, so that when she finds him there, she'll pretend to sympathize with him, but then go on a date with the stronger capitalist man who will be able to support and sexually satisfy her. According to one of the social scientists who performed the study, Dr. Heinrich von Weistheimer, quote, "Our researchers observed that those men who were technically designated as milksops or snivellers or whiny boys tended to more often say things like, 'It's not fair,' and 'I want some too,' in wheedling, high-pitched voices that just made you want to bounce them down the street like so many rubber balls," unquote. After the study was completed, the researchers and the physically stronger capitalist men all went out for a beer together, leaving the weaker socialist men behind, clutching their plush dolls of Barack Obama. Or as they refer to him, one of us. Trigger warning, I'm Andrew Klavan, and this is The Andrew Klavan Show.